Hey there, it's May 3rd, 2020, and I want to show you this. Look at these cool flowers of the Barbados Cherry, Acerola Cherry. And here's what's exciting. Not only are we having tons of flowers, these little really cute little purple ones, but look what we got here. Our first fruit. Of course, it's still green, but I'm just tickled pink that this plant is starting to produce fruit. Now, not all of these branches have it, but you can see a lot of new leaves. And but there are a lot of flowers coming up, so that makes me really happy to see the flowers on their way. And it won't be long before there's lots of fruit. And we can try these Acerola cherries. So this was originally a cutting, and if you go back to some of my earlier videos, you'll see that you'll see me plant it in a little, from the little red cup into this hugelkultur bed that I made. But it originally was from Dave. Well, it was from Dave Stone, and he got it of Develop Awesome Skills. Gave me a cutting that was in a little red cup. But originally he got it from Seamus O'Leary. So indirectly, this is a Seamus O'Leary Acerola Cherry plant. Now this one over here, for some reason or other, doesn't have much of anything in it in terms of flowers. I think I might have seen one flower, but it, for some reason or other, it's nowhere near as progressing as this other one with all of these flowers and such. So that's, ooh, here's another one. So that was the first one right there. Oops. And then I just happened to see that there is another one right there. So there's got to be more that I will find. But how exciting to have acerola. They're supposed to be like incredibly big on vitamin C. So we have some ginger that's come up, and that's nice to see that happening. And all of the potato plants. Oh, and look at this, is the seed pods from the radish. I let the radish go to seed so that I'd have a bunch of radish seeds. The moringa, the mucunas start to happen. I threw a bunch of mucuna seeds in there. And you can see that it's an opportunistic plant. And then we're going to start to see some the sweet sorghum, the sugar drip sweet sorghum coming up. That's good. And this moringa over here, of course, is flowering, and that's good. The fellow that said that I should just take off the screen and let the lemon balm go was absolutely right. So I did that, and the lemon balm's looking nice and big. And I had some stevia and also some echinacea that I planted in this area. Now you might remember that with the video that I did. Here, look at the broccoli's doing real well. Of course, it's May and it's hotter than heck, already over 100. But I trim this every Saturday to about 2 feet to keep it from bolting. But I've added, you can't see it because they're in there, but these alfalfa pellets are really good, and I put a ton of them in there. And I also This one of the things I'm going to do this morning is add some Azomite water. And here's some Trichoceros pacanoi. These are also known as San Pedro cactus. These are the kind that have 7 ribs. You might know a little bit more about that, but that might be a new hobby of mine. This one's got a pop that is only 6 ribs, but I threw some alfalfa pellets on there just to give it a little bit of a nitrogen boost. I hear different things about that, but we got some from where I've been throwing the seeds from the business. We got a bunch of moringa coming up, and potatoes, and more potatoes. So we got purple potatoes and red potatoes that are all doing quite well. Here's the purple ones. They're kind of a bit darker. And then these red potatoes, they're going gangbusters. Our friend Mr. Moringa here is doing well. They're all kind of flowering these days. Here's something that's kind of interesting. Check out, of course these are flowering too, which they're way too short to be flowering, but here's one, it's just like a little small guy, but it's flowering. It's not even a foot tall. So these are all, when you plant them close together like that, they don't get tall quite so quickly. When they're more alone, they get more space. But see, even a short little guy, they're all coming up with flowers and such. And the moringa that I cut to 5 feet is starting to kick ass. And of course we're getting flowering on that too. But not too long ago I cut it to right there. But look at all of this new growth. When you cut it, it releases all of the nitrogen that's in the soil. And so it's getting a huge boost. The faux tea is doing incredibly well. That's a gift that just keeps giving. And the goji berries, I sprayed it with some neem with some kind of success. I might have had it a little too strong, but it's doing pretty well. All of the powdery mildew seems to be going away. And over here is the mucuna. You can see that we want to make sure that it finds the vine so that it has a way to grow up, help it out a little bit. This year I'm not doing the strings because I have these old vines and such. We'll just leave that there, it'll figure it out. But you can see some of them are already taken off. Last year I think I had too many, and they got so crowded that the pollinators couldn't get in there. But you can see they're starting to climb as they do. Won't be long before they're up to here. And you can see that the Egyptian walking onions are starting to do their thing. But here's more radishes that are forming seeds. I got a lot of those walking onions. And the red Malabar spinach has survived and is doing okay. It's only supposed to be an annual, but here in Arizona it grows well and will continue. Of course, lots of little dried seeds I can harvest and sell seeds shortly. And of course the prickly pear is producing quite a bit of prickly pears. So, And that's good. But very soon I'm going to have to start trimming the blooms on the aloe veras, because the woodpeckers, of course, wiped out all of the flowers on this one. So I'll trim those and get rid of the three-pronged spear. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is the stuff that I buy. It's not very expensive, it's like 10, 12 bucks a bag, but it's the alfalfa horse pellets that are time-release nitrogen. You're supposed to feed it to horses, but it's incredibly good on plants. So I just throw it up at the base of anything, and it gives it the nitrogen it needs. So I'm going to use that bag to give a little bit more, get my evergreens in the front to be a bit greener. Let me show you my Azomite watering station. So what we got is a watering can, water bucket, an Azomite, A-Z-O-M-I-T-E. It's micronized, so look how. So when I put this in, I immediately move away so I don't breathe the powder. So watch. And then you step back, let it dissipate. Then I cover the lid so I don't get water in there. And so that was basically half a cup. That ought to do it. And then I carefully pour the Azomite water in there. Not make it too much of a mess. Then I come over and I douse my already well doused broccoli. But anything that's in a raised bed that doesn't have a lot of clay involved really can use your Azomite watering. And a bag of that's like 50 bucks from this guy named Dave at Dirty Dirt Farm up in Northeast Phoenix. You know, why pay a ton for shipping when Dirty Dirt buys it in large quantities and it comes in like on a special truck on a big pallet. So let's see if we can do this without too much of a mess. You wouldn't believe how much fun this is doing it with one hand. So, 1 5-gallon container does 2 full of this nice $25 Home Depot watering can. And then after I water these guys, so it's in a way it's like a foliar feed, but here in the Arizona sun it's probably not something you want to keep on the leaves for very long. So I'll do all of them first, and then I will wet them all down again, spray them down. So you get the idea. And then I also give my San Pedro a little blast. Got to make sure you don't overwater those. So I'll do the rest of those as part of my Sunday morning ritual while I wash my clothes, have my clothes in the washer and dryer. But I'll end up doing all of these, and you can see that There's a guy saying that Michael of OffGridHawaii said, if you want fruit and you want your plants to be plentiful, you have to feed them. And so especially these ones that are in raised bed potting soil and a combination of old wood chips, remember those old videos, there's not a whole lot of clay in there. So the Azomite gives it all the nutrients it needs to, or at least most of them, to do well. And I'm just tickled pink that we're getting some pretty nice action on the Acerola cherries, and I think that has a lot to do. This is the first year. This is actually the very first fruit I've seen, but I have more coming. But I feel that it was because I've been adding the Azomite to give it the nutrients it needs in order to flourish. Hi there, it's about May 15th, May 16th, Saturday, and this is a catch up on the Acerola Barbados Cherry bush. So let's take a peek. I've been protecting it from the birds with this bag arrangement. So today is the big reveal. I'm going to take that off. And this is what I want to see, a nice purple cherry. And I think that one's ready to be picked. Came off real nice and easy. Looks like there's a little bit of a scuff on the back. So we'll take a bite off the first half of that. And we'll see my face as I bite into it. It's supposed to be like pretty sour, but like 1,000 times more vitamin C than oranges. So let's give it a try. Well, one, it's really juicy. It squirted something that probably will stain my shirt, but it's incredibly tasty. Wow. And it's got the seed inside. That's got kind of some sharp, it won't hurt you, but you definitely won't want to chew it, eat it. Maybe you could. Let's see how many more of those seeds are. Well, there's probably 2 or 3. But the bottom line is it's incredibly tasty. And this was the first fruit for this 4-year journey. So there's the second seed. The other part was from the scruffy area. So I'll put these out to dry seed-wise. But we have some more coming. We've got this one right here that's in the process of, looks like it wants to be eaten. It fell. So, got a little crack at it. Yep, little hole in that one. So the goal is next time is to get them a little earlier. Although we can eat half of that, no doubt. Man, that is tasty. If you added that, it definitely has that cherry taste, to the hibiscus saptoriferæ, that would be one heck of a combination. And then if you had some sugar cane, which I do, or some stevia, These plants need to be watered. They're looking a little droopy. Starting to heat up a bit. So we got the stevia, we got the sugarcane, we got the hibiscus sabdarifa, and now the cherries. So real quickly, let's see for upcoming attractions. Here's some more that are in the works. And they turn red pretty quickly. And there's another one down here. See, there's the little flower. And then up above is the cherry. So it gets kind of orangey red, red, and reddish purple, purple. So as they move along, I'll get better at picking the right time to pick it. But the baggie helps. So I'll keep doing that trick. But I'm real happy. After 4 years, we finally got some fruit coming off of that. And this plant over here, we have seen some flowers, but no fruit yet. But once it gets one going, the whole plant will get into production. And it's a... So in any event, catch you next time.